Can sports make you millions of dollars? They made millions of dollars for me, and it was easy, simple. It was something I normally did anyway. Let's get into it. Let's have some fun today. Nothing crazy, nothing unusual. Use your own talents, unique abilities. This is something no other YouTuber has ever told you. You won't find it on YouTube anywhere. That's because everything I do is different than most people, because I have lived it, been my own experiences. I had to think on my feet. Let me tell you what I did. And this is my very own personal experience. As most of you know by now, I invent, I manufacture, and I private label my products for over 12,000 companies. I've sold over 100 million products. This helped me to sell millions of products, okay? Remember, sports are your friends. People used to ask me, hey Stan, how did you end up selling Federal Express? Well, it wasn't easy, but it was unique, and then it became very easy. Let me tell you what happened, and I will be brief. As you know, orders from Federal Express are worth millions. They can make your company arrive, like they did with my company. And when they order, they don't order one or two. They order in the millions. So let me tell you how I turned one of my favorite sports into millions of dollars. And as you know, I sold Gillette, Kodak, Fuji, the Post Office, the Pentagon, lots of big companies. But this would be the coup de grace. I'm going to lay out to you my 20 years plus of experience so you know that I'm the real deal. I've done it all. And as Alex Hormozy says, no goobers. I'm not a goober. I've been there, done that. I'm a hobby sportsman, meaning I don't do or play sports all the time. I do it, when I can. I recommend that you join industry associations. Whatever your industry is, join the association. That's what I did. My association happens to have golf tournaments, best ball, things like that. So I was at a meeting and I heard that the buyer for Federal Express is going to be playing golf. I was going to play anyway, so I hoped maybe I'd have a chance to meet him. As luck turned out, he happened to be in my foursome. So we meet, I say hello, I don't say my company name at all. I just, introduce myself. And maybe around the fourth hole, he asked me what I do. I told him I sell cleaning cards. Let me show you one of my cleaning cards. This is a head cleaning card used to clean credit card readers. It has a pouch, a cleaning card inside with alcohol. Let me cut it open for you. So you open the pouch like that. There's a cleaning card inside. Pull out the cleaning card, same size and shape as a credit card. And you've seen those swipe readers, point of sale terminals, ATMs, exactly the same size. You just simply swipe it through the card reader and the dirt on the reader head gets right on the cleaning card. And this cleaning card, you can't quite see it, but it is pre-saturated with alcohol. Whew, smells like alcohol too. All right. So anyway, this is the cleaning card that cleans credit card readers. One for the barcode printer like Federal Express is basically the same thing, just a little bit bigger, all right, and a little bit thinner. It cleans all those barcode labels on boxes you get in from Amazon, Post Office, Federal Express, you name it. Needless to say, we sold millions of them. So I'm at this golf outing, and let's call the man Tom. And around the fourth hole, he asked me what I do. I tell him I make cleaning cards. He says, well, we could probably use that. He got to know me, like me. We played golf, and he looked like he started playing golf that morning, but that's okay. Everybody is there to have fun. All right, it's not a real big deal. So then what happened was we said goodbye. He knew a little bit about me. And next thing you know, I get a call. It's from Tom. He says, hey, Stan, my family and I and some friends are going skiing to Copper Mountain. Would you like to join us there? Obviously, the answer is yes. Now, I ski a lot. I ski over 30 days per year. I asked a girlfriend I was dating at the time, would you like to go to Copper Mountain for a week, all expenses paid on me. Not on Tom, but on me. The only caveat was she had to go with me. So we go there, and one of the reasons why I wanted her to go along was she would give them a different impression of me. She was a bank vice president, so I knew she knew how, to get along with people. Give these other people a different dimension of me. We went there for a week. We had a great time. We said goodbye, and that was it. 2 months later, whatever, I get another phone call from Tom. Hey, Stan, my wife and her girlfriends are coming to Los Angeles. You mentioned you have a boat. Would you like to take them out? Well, of course I would. And by the way, I'm not looking at any notes. That's why I have my hands up. I'm not scrolling down. I live this story, so therefore this is the real deal. So what happened was they show up. I happen to have a cigarette boat. Off to Catalina we go from Marina del Rey. And on the way over, I said, hey, why don't you drive? They drove. We ran into a pod of about, at least 10,000 dolphins. I killed the engine, and we sort of drift into the pod. They are bending over the stern to try and pet the dolphins, which are big, really big mammals, by the way. And at that point in time, I knew I've got this order because we're in the middle of, the Pacific, all right? You can't see land at all. And that's a real good bonding experience. You won't hear that from many of the sales trainers, how to bond with somebody. Put them in your boat, put them in the middle of the Atlantic where they can't see land. And you bet they're going to bond to you, okay? There isn't any land anywhere. So anyway, we go over to Catalina for the day. They have a great time. We come back. It's around midnight, whatever. We have our lights on, which is another experience when it's dark out. You can't see any lights from the land, and you're driving home in the darkness. Of course, I knew how to drive. I didn't have a GPS or anything. I had my old Boy Scout compass. Fortunately, it got us back to Marina del Rey. We go there, we say goodbye, they fly home, and that was it. A month or so later, I get a phone call from FedExpress. The lady on the phone says, hi, Stan, I've heard a lot about you. I'm like thinking, oh, no. Okay, but they're calling me. So she says, we'd like to place an order. And I'm going, yeah, FedExpress, I've arrived, okay? So anyway, she says that we'd like to place an order for 1 million of our thermal printer cleaning cards. And then she followed up with, we want to buy 1 million every 6 weeks. Every 6 weeks, that's even better. Contract was for every 6 weeks for years. I loved it. That's what sports did for me. Just because I happen to be in California, I like to play golf. I live on a golf course. I like to go skiing, and I like to go boating in the summer. But you can do it wherever you are. Let's say you're in New York City. Well, I used to live in Long Island. You go into the ballet, you go to the Met, you go to the opera, the theater, and you tell your client to come on in. Let's make a day of it. You go there, you go to a nice restaurant at the very end. That's bonding. They will love you. And then what will happen to you, which happened to me with a big company in Boston, you end up talking to them for about 80% of the time, and you know who this company is, very big in Boston. And then the last 20% is, oh yeah, we better get you a purchase order, okay, because you become friends with people. So that's what sports did for me. Use what's near where you are. If you're in the land of 10,000 lakes, wherever you are, use what is your natural resource around you when they go there. Obviously, the only question I had for my CPA was, can I ride off the boat? Maybe the snow skis. I hope you get some value out of this. Just think about what you can do with your clients away from business, not talking about business, just talking about life and having fun. Because in the very end, who's going to care about work or money? It's going to be, what did you do in your life? Remember, you're a real person first and a boss second. Remember one thing, America needs a manufacturing and a robotic czar. If you want to contact me below and ask me a direct question, there's a link below. Click on that and you'll be able to go to a form, send me a question. It only goes to me. If you have some generic questions about the video, please write some comments below. And I hope that you like, share, and subscribe. At least subscribe to the channel. And I'm going to tell you other real-world experiences that are going to greatly help you, including if you need money for your business, or Gen Zers, you want to know how to start your business and get funding, subscribe below. Because I'm going to tell you everything that I did and even some things I tried to do, all right, that you might even be more successful than I was. And remember, I sold over 100 million products. That's a lot of products. And I did it with all the novel, unique ways that I had to figure out on my own. I'm going to give these to you on a silver platter. This is BossMakers Academy. I want to help make you a great boss. This is Stan. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye now.